Our shot, everybody. What a wonderful guy coming on, giving us a rendition there. I still haven't heard that song, but that was
can't
beautiful.
top that. I don't know why we're back.
I know, right? We should just have that looping for a while.
Yeah. That was really good. That was really good.
No,
I've seen
really
Joji.
good.
I've seen Joji live too. Like I got to see him last year, I believe. It's a very talented person to listen to, and I got to say, Darshan did a good job there. God damn.
It's insane. It's insane. I forgot what we're doing. We have a show, right? We have one more series ahead of us.
We have the best match of the week next. Come on.
Match of the week, baby. Wait. I don't think that's true, Cubby. I'm not sure because I'm looking at the standings, and I think it's very rare that we have 10th place versus 8th place as match of the week, but maybe we can still make it exciting because this is, of course, the beginning of the second round robin, and fortunes can change. We have seen teams make massive shifts in momentum from one round robin to the next. So with that in mind, let's start talking about the matchup. We have Golden Guardians Academy versus Evil Geniuses Academy. First up, Golden Guardians. I want to start talking about them. They're in the hot seat, right? Coming into the second round robin in 10th place. Nobody wants to be in that position. Unfortunately, that's just how sports works. Somebody has to be in that position. So I'm going to give this one to you first, Cubby. Talk to me about Golden Guardians Academy. Maybe some bright spots that we noticed from the first round robin that they can utilize coming into round robin number 2.
3 wins on the board. That's tough.
Yep.
4 tragic losses, I would say. I don't know whether that's a shining light or just unfortunate. If I had to talk about one piece that I think is actually playing well, I think Acadian's doing pretty well.
Sure.
He's keeping up in jungle. I think he has good early game plans and has made some nice first moves for Golden Guardians. This is a team, though, that just feels like they get lost on the map too often. And for a team that has as much experience as this team does, that's concerning.
And of course, the big storyline is that Shoes, the positional coach, is playing in for Leader, who is still yet to make it here to the States to play. Mm-hmm. Leader was the expected mid laner for this roster. Yeah. So you can't really credit it against them. They're in 10th place. I'm going to give them the pass because they don't even have their roster. And Shoes has been trying his best, but he did not sign up thinking he was going to be playing.
No, and you can see from these clips, too, it's like how close some of these fights are. Like, Concept, I think, is where I have my eyes on for Golden Guardians, because even looking at how he played against his old team, once he gets the champions that are suited to his style, he looked so much more comfortable on the Rift, and I feel like that's when Golden Guardians look their strongest. And they have these fights that are literally inches from them winning. They're so close. Like this one, it looks great. They've killed 2 of the people on side of Immortals, yet Chad, with Yumi on his back, is enough to just run down the remaining members of Golden Guardians, so they can't even fight back. It's just that difficult for them to find those fights, because it's a knife's edge. And yet, somehow, every time the coin ends up flipping tails.
Cubby mentioned Acadian as a player to watch. I actually want to keep my eyes on Concept. Again, I haven't been watching every single game of Academy. I was gone. There's a reason that you haven't seen me on broadcast. But going forward, I'm curious why his stats reflect certain numbers. Things like first in damage percentage, second in first blood percentage. So he oftentimes is doing a lot of the work of the team. It's just a team that isn't finding a lot of wins. So I'm going to hold judgment yet of, is he actually overperforming on a lower performing team, or is it just stats are inflated because of how the team shaked out? But of course, that is Golden Guardians. We can talk a little bit more about the matchup after we introduce their opponents, who are off of a pretty clean victory yesterday, Evil Geniuses Academy. Magic, I'm going to give you the opportunity to intro in what we should expect, or rather what I should expect from EGA. Was yesterday the norm, or was that an exception?
Probably an exception. They have unfortunately had a really rough start to the season so far. Positioning has been like the big thing that a lot of people, including myself, have criticized them on, but I feel like they're working towards that. They're slowly but surely getting together as a team, and I'm hoping that sooner rather than later that will come into effect.
And EG is a team where it feels like they've been somewhat close, but just not there. This is one play where, Tomio clearing out his top side, has to face down globals. EG tries to respond, they failed, and they try and push, and they go too deep. It feels like a team that's just not on the same page, and it feels like they have somewhat struggled to find an identity. Like while all this is going on the top side, Cowrie just goes in 1-for-1 on the bot side. So it's a team where oftentimes we see split calls, split decisions. This one, bot win EG, they're in base. So Ligo Tomio, they try and contest this wave, and they get TP'd on and died. It's like, these are the plays where EG, it's very clear that they're split. This is a play where you're down in numbers on the map, and they get punished for it. They don't respect the TP. and they aren't able to find any plays. But then we do see EG have some nice moments, as EG, for a bottom-of-the-table team, has a realistic chance to have a 4-0 this week, as they took down our 9th place TSM, and now have a chance to take down the 10th place Golden Guardians.
When we look at strength of schedule, this could be a big momentum swing for Evil Geniuses, right, Magical?
I would expect so. Like, if you're looking at Evil Geniuses struggling in the season so far, you got to look at this game as pretty much, like, this entire week, in fact, as, like, your starting point. Where you start from, you burn it all down from the past, you're like, we're restarting, refocusing our mental, we're back on the rift, we figure out how to position, because these players are talented across the board. We know what they're capable of. Yeah. We just haven't seen that much this split.
The names on the team give me so much confidence in what the potential is. I know Darshan was saying we shouldn't use that word for everybody. I just used it right there. Potential for Evil Geniuses. But Golden Guardians hoping to start their round robin 2 on better footing than they ended it on just yesterday was the end of round robin number 1. But with that said, we are ready for pick and ban. So let's send it over for the final series of the day. Cubby called it the match of the week. Let's see if it shakes out that way. EGA versus Golden Guardians. Magical, take it away.
That I shall, Kingus. We'll see you on the other side as we get ready for our final series before we even have a break as well. This is the last one until 2 weeks from now when we'll be back up and running. So let's see how Evil Geniuses Academy and Golden Guardians Academy stack up with one another, since right as we get into the break, we've kind of hinted at rumors that we don't know if teams are going to shake things up, but this is one way to make sure you're solidifying your position on the team. Make sure that you're coming into this last series, you're bringing your all, you're doing the best you damn can. I mean, the only one I expect right now to be replaced is obviously Choose, just because he's the coach.
I think Choose hopes that he's replaced too. You know, he didn't sign up to play. He signed up to coach. Yes. Honestly, for the side of Golden Guardians, we will see if they can net a couple wins. As much as we are hyping it up as a potential 4-0 week for EG, it is also a good chance for Golden Guardians to put a couple extra wins in the win column. And we'll have to see if both of these teams can step up and show some of the play that we think that they are capable of, but they just have not shown enough of throughout this split.
No, and as we get through the thickets of bans already, Udyr Talia taken away from Acadian, stuff that he's been performing pretty well on, but what has been left open, Cubby? Not Zeri.
Zeri for Cowrie.
Not Zeri, but
Amumu? I don't know. Where are you going with this?
Bel'Veth. Bel'Veth is open.
Bel'Veth is open.
I know you don't like it, but it's still open.
There is an Udyr ban. That is one of the better matchups in the Bel'Veth, so it will get picked up by Acadian. As I'm curious if Yumi gets grabbed to deny that from the Zeri. Now, the other option that we have seen a bit of, it's either Sona or Lulu for the Zeri. As if Smoothie wants to grab a support, that's an option. And then for Tomio, Udyr Volibear, a couple of the matchups in the Bel'Veth that I've seen have some success. Reasons being point-and-click stun, early game dominance. So I'm really curious to see what Tomio ends up going with into this champion, as you can set it behind early if you're able to power clear, get up in the face and stat check it. And despite all those champions being off the board, it is still the OP pick of the patch in Wukong, as Tomio gets his hands on that. Plus Zeri, I gotta admit,
and
this
Sona.
Start to the draft, gotta feel pretty good for EG, getting both Zeri and Wukong on the same team.
And even getting the secondary, never mind. Never mind. That's a Twitch.
That is a Twitch. Important note, Golden Guardians, they have 3 wins on the board. Array is 2-0 on the Twitch, and it was into the Zeri. So, one of the games, another one into the Ezreal, as they did take down TSM. Ray Chime had a nice performance in that series, as see if they can replicate it against what I would say is a stronger bot lane in Cowrie and Smoothie. While they have had a couple slip-ups, Instinct Shiny has been a really tough split for them. So, we'll see if Cowrie Smoothie can step up. And honestly, Cowrie is someone that I am looking at to continue to perform, because Cowrie is someone that in spring was nuts. And I think that Cowrie has had some good games, but has not had as consistent of performances as we saw from him in spring. And given his success in the TCL, he is someone that I hold to a higher standard. I expect to be very strong in Academy. And I'm hoping that he shows it today, going up against Array, a rookie in Acad, and he did blind that Zeri. So in the counter matchup, we will see if Cowrie can step up, can perform for his team, and one of the strongest picks of the patch.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm kind of expecting Cowrie to step up that way. You've got the Sona, the secondary, besides having Yumi. It is going to be a difficult lane still. Even if you say it should be favored for Zeri and Sona in this lane, we've seen how good Array is on playing
I like
Twitch.
this.
And I like this. This is something we've seen outside of just taking the Lissandra mid, is you take Sejuani top because you want that guaranteed lockdown to help peel and
Yes.
make sure that your Bel'Veth is able to get the full E off.
I've seen Bel'Veth be successful with lockdown, and at the moment we have Yuumi ult. Sejuani brings a lot of it, and I would not actually want to see EG take Ahri here, because then
No.
I think that opens up Golden Guardians to take something like Lissandra, like Twisted Fate, which I
does.
think pairs really well with the Bel'Veth.
No
As
Twisted
we'll
Fate,
see if-
it's banned.
Oh, so Lissandra is the pick that I'm
Lissandra.
expecting
Yeah,
Choose
yeah.
to take. I think that'd be really good, as now, Surdy, that is one way to get on top of Twitch, lock it down. As EG, they have a comp that can attack from a lot of different angles with the Camille, with the Wukong, and that, as we round out Giraffe, that is a fast knock-in for Choose. It will be Lissandra.
It's expected, especially because
Yeah.
this is what you want. This is what we didn't see last time Golden Guardians had drafted the Bel'Veth. They didn't have enough lockdown tools around Bel'Veth to allow her to pop off as she rightfully should, or even try to get in security around that first Rift Herald. That is really important to whether or not the Bel'Veth is going to be impactful in the game or not.
And I think that for Golden Guardians, and they did run this yesterday, and I think this is what was lacking from the Bel'Veth comp they had. They didn't have enough lockdown. It was like Zyra, Rakan, Garen.
Azir.
Yeah, and that's not the hard lockdown. You want Bel'Veth to one-shot the first target, get evolved, get the true form, get the neutral objectives where Bel'Veth just scales to the moon when she is able to enter her empowered true form. We'll see if Acadian's able to accomplish that in this one.
Rift Herald, baby. You gotta look for the Rift Herald.
First Rift, man.
Whoever gets, if somehow EG can deny that first Rift Herald, that at least makes it so it's easier for them to fight against the Bel'Veth. But even the second one could be something you have to make sure you're fighting relentlessly over, just to deny that extended, the empowered evolve that you get, the empowered true form, where the minions spawn afterwards, and you pretty much just become a split pusher.
Excited to see if Acadian can make it work. I've yet to see Bel'Veth be strong on my screen. I know that Joshi,
Same.
our friends over there, have had a little bit more success. We'll see if Acadian can replicate some of that in
Well,
his
you know
match
what?
today.
Screw you, Cubby. We're getting into the game here. Match of the week, as you called it out. Evil Geniuses Academy, Golden Guardians Academy, Bel'Veth in the hands of Acadian. More lockdown potential for his team. You can see the other side has pretty good pick power. Tomio on Wukong, even having that Ahri that can try to interrupt E.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
And it really does feel like Golden Guardians, they've built a much better comp around the Bel'Veth than what we saw yesterday when they did get it on the red side. But I think the key, the difficulty for GG here, getting off the ground. Because we have seen Acadian be able to find some leads, go even for himself, but Choose, someone that we've seen, get outlaned. He's sitting at the bottom of the table. Don't want to be too hard on him, as it is his first time playing competitively in 4 years. And I think Array, Chime have also struggled in some of these matchups, which honestly is why the Twitch Yuumi is nice, because it just scales to oblivion.
Yep.
You can be down a lot of CS. It doesn't matter. You are Twitch Yuumi. So we will see if Array and Chime can find another win on this combo, as, again, Array 2-0 on the Twitch. Pretty good for a team that's 3-13.
Exactly. Pretty much when they win, it is
3 and
Array
15,
on
I should
Twitch.
say.
Yeah, 3 and 15. Still last place. That's pretty much what we're getting at. Whoa. Okay, Array and Chime trying to force out Saligo early into the game, not even bothering to go into the bot lane.
That's cheesy. I like that. That's one way to help Choose.
Well, yeah, you have a rat, you want to go for cheese, right? Or is that mice?
I mean, I think both cat and rat like cheese.
What about a cat on the back of a rat that goes rat-a-tat-tat?
All right, this is going to be a fun one. As we have our, I will say, self-coined, thanks to Rafa, cat-rat combo, LCS, digging deep into the book. If only it was the AP rat, where the rat gets a hat with the cat.
Well,
Then
there's
that's where
nothing to
things
say
get
that
fun.
the rat can't get a hat with a cat on his back to go rat-a-tat-tat.
That is where things get fun. As
As
at
right
the
now,
moment,
yeah, top lane, interesting.
both junglers working their way up. Bel'Veth will be ahead of the clear, as this champion is a filthy clear. If you start on blue, leashless, you can 306 it, is what I've heard. So we will see if Acadian's able to match that clear speed. As look at him just zoom through the Raptors. Well done,
The fastest
Acadian.
clears. I mean, we talked about it yesterday.
Pretty
The
good.
Udyr versus Bel'Veth. Udyr being one of the fastest clears that we have in the game. Bel'Veth wasn't too far behind. It's an impressive clear speed that you gain on having Bel'Veth on your team, especially the earlier levels when you're trying to stack up on those large minions, large monsters in the camps.
And it does look like Belveth will have access to that crab with a bit of an advantage thanks to Concept. It has crashed that wave on the top side. Saligo also forced to suck down a couple extra potions early thanks to the harass from the Twitch Yuumi. I do like that cheese. I think that's well done by the side of Golden Guardians, as both junglers now looking to meet at the crab, but Tomio's there first.
So we didn't really talk about this too much, but Concept we kind of had highlighted as this player that plays different styles of champions in top lane. He doesn't really tend to conform, but Sejuani is more of a conformed champion in the top lane. Oh, I gotta put that on pause right now because Smoothly flashed away with his double on top of him. Is he dead? Where's the rat-a-tat-tat? He doesn't have the cat on his back, doesn't have the damage either. The poison's not gonna be enough. Instead, they focus on the Cowrie, try to get him out of the lane. Acadian might have to make up for it instead. Looking to chase down. He popped the goats and he's got the cardinal erections and he's got on top of Smoothly for first blood.
That's one evolve for Acadian, as he's going to use that to take the crab. Good start for the Belveth. Again, that first Rift Herald is where we're really going to be looking as Surdy. Tomio's here.
Tomio is nearby, but keep in mind, it's still Concept on Sejuani. Hard to really commit fully for a dive, even if she's low. Could always knock you up, and then with an Ignite, pick up a kill afterwards.
So Tomio showing there, it will make sure that Surdy can reset without having to burn TP, but this does open up Acadian to go for some of his camps. As Acadian has yet to reset, could wait for the Raptors to spawn, but will not be the case. Instead, we'll think about it.
But let's go back to what I was talking about before, with Concept on a different champion than we're really used to seeing from him. Something that conforms a little bit more, but I like it with this composition. Actually, I gotta put that on pause, because we just gotta see Acadian kill smoothly.
Easy.
It was easy. He popped Ghost like called.
And hey, made out of Chime and Array. Find some harass with the Twitch Yuumi. Well played.
I want to talk about this top lane, though, Cubby.
All right.
All right.
Third time's a charm, right?
All right. Top lane. Concept. Go.
Concept early in the split was not playing the Concept champion pool, which is pretty much tanks, Urgot, Mundo, Singed, all the fun stuff.
Garen.
But yeah, I mean, recently Garen. I think after week 1, though, we did see Golden Guardians more so commit to Concept. Playing what, got Concept here in the first place, helped IMT secure that top 4 finish in PG. And I think it has been a better look for Concept, as he did struggle on the likes of the Gangplank and the Gwen, champions that we're not known for. But back on Comfort, we will see if Concept can take down Surdy's Comfort, as of course Surdy, someone that has netted rank 1 in Oceanic region, has netted a very high rank in Korean solo queue as well. And his most played champion throughout most of those journeys was actually the Camille.
And we've seen Surdy before get solo kills in unexpected matchups with Camille. He's really comfortable on the champion. He's even calling up Saligo. Saligo's nearby, but seems like he's tepid about actually visiting.
Surdy does net 6 off of that wave. I think they could be waiting for that. As at the moment, good news for Golden Guardians, this Twitch Yuumi has kept up with the Zeri Sona. Now, Sona, that's not a lane you're going to look to really harass the Twitch Yuumi. That's one where Sona also scales to the moon. But Twitch, the idea, you just have more range, have more upfront damage to deal with Zeri, who does lack the range outside the W. So we will see if Golden Guardians can utilize that and all the lockdown they have. I actually do really like Golden Guardians drafts. I feel like this comp is very winnable for GG if they play it correctly. As you can see, Array.
Especially if you play aggressively.
No
Keep in mind, Sona has no health bar to really speak of with the burn, with the poison. Do you get the expunge damage? Smoothly survives again. Somehow he always survives against Array, and it's always calling down Acadian to try to help him out. But Acadian, not here this time. He's on the top half of the map.
We are 1 minute away from the first Rift Herald, Matt Magical. And this Rift Herald, very important for the side of Belveth, as if you are able to secure it, you get the empowered form, which means that your waves then push with the fishy, as Joshi likes to call it. And you can make a pretty powerful play with the Rift Herald. As I am surprised, Tomio does have 6, but is actually on the other side of the map. What are you waiting for?
Nothing.
Oh, here we go.
Array, he's got the exhaust down. Trying to see if they can get the kill. No sums, no way out. The rat with the cat on his back didn't get to go rat-a-tat-tat. Instead, he's down in the grave. The cat will survive, but that's who they wanted. They wanted to take out the carry.
And curiously enough, Belveth is actually down bot. So we have Rift Herald spawning here in 8 seconds. Acadian not on the side of the map that Rift Herald's at.
Yeah, that's what I was actually trying to signify, is that was about to spawn. And
So you can see Tomio, again, priority on the first Rift Herald goes through the moon when you have Bel'Veth comps. Tomio and we're going to see Chime, most likely, both walk towards mid. And at the moment, Choose is going to be waiting here in Fog of War, but EG should have push on both mid and top lanes. So we will see. Saligo going to drop a ward at all? No? Okay.
Nope, not yet. Oh, he doesn't have any yet. He's got the control ward. Gets a little bit of damage back on
That's a
Choose.
nice trade.
And I like the pathing from both Tomio and Smoothie. They actually went around
at
the ward
that
that was
top
placed down by Choose, and with Surdy having gotten a nice push back onto Concept, gives them the inside angle of trying to take away and secure the first Rift Herald of the game.
Marksman
Denying
rotating.
that is going to be big. They got to make sure they can secure this against Acadian, that or fight like hell around it, because otherwise it could be bad. Saligo is going to be the focus. They turn their attention. He's got cleanse, but he's got a lot of damage on top of it, and the entire time, Saligo's team has been taking the Rift Herald, looking to secure it. Can Acadian actually get it? I think it was Tomio who picked it up. He picks up the eye, and now he has to fight like hell to get out of there. Getting a lot of damage coming in from Acadian. He's piercing him down, so they get the kill for the rat, and looking to see if they can get Smoothie as well. Choose has Frozen Tomb, but does not use it. Instead, they'll take the one kill.
Okay, it could be worse. At least EG were able to get that Rift Herald, so that does prevent the empowered form from Acadian's. Bel'Veth is now Surdy. He thought about it, but Acadian
about it.
will be allowed to power farm. And Acadian's gotten off to a great start on the Bel'Veth this game. Again, 101, level 7. Losing out on that Rift Herald is a bit of a bummer, but still are off to the races towards that Kraken Slayer that we have seen on the Bel'Veths. And with all the lockdown that GG has, this Bel'Veth could very easily become a nightmare.
The only thing stopping it at the moment is not getting that first Rift Herald, as we talked about being pivotal to Bel'Veth, but there will be a second one to fight over. Gives more opportunities for Acadian to get the true form. Empowered true form. The truest true form that can true the true. I don't know.
Right.
Talk about replays.
You know, the cat rat was that one then. We'll leave it at that.
Talk about replays, Cubby!
I don't know what to talk about, man. Rift Herald gets taken, Tomio doesn't have ult, and he gets ran down. Boom.
There you go.
Done.
Boom, you done it. That's all I wanted. You talked about it. Boom. Great. Next. I feel like
I will say
this is
that
like a
charm on the Choose by Saligo seemed very small. I think it prevented the second kill from going over to the side of Golden Guardians, as if that Glacial Prison, or no, wait, hold on. Glacial Prison Sejuani.
Yeah.
Frozen Tomb is the Sonder. If the Frozen Tomb connects on someone else, okay, that's got to be a kill for Acadian.
You did it. I'm proud
working
of you,
on it,
Cubby.
man.
I used to play a lot of Sejuani. You want to guess what kind of Sejuani I played?
I'm a big time Sejuani enjoyer, actually, as someone that is an autofill jungler.
Hold on. What kind of Sejuani?
Sejuani Jarvan.
What kind of Sejuani did I play though?
I'm gonna go with AP Sejuani.
How'd you know? It's like it's obvious or something.
I don't know. How many Rod of Ages did you build?
All of them. I missed Rod of Age so much. That was one of the best items in the game. But right now, Acadian on top of the Dragon. Second one of the game should be secured by Golden Guardians. Unfortunately, this one does not give the empowered true form. Only Rift Herald and Barons do. So now we got the Rift Herald crashing into the bot lane. Should actually be a little bit. Just a couple gold picked up by the side of Evil Geniuses.
You can start to see that CS differential between Acadian and Tomio. That's this is what happens when Bel'Veth gets off the ground.
Also,
she
Cubby,
can clear like no one else.
I saw you trying to tell me that the empowered true form does not come off. It does come off of dragons, but it does not. You get empowered, but you don't get. No, you get true form, but you don't get empowered true form off dragons. You only get that off of Rift Heralds and Barons.
You're just gonna rat me out like that?
I am gonna rat you out because I saw you over there trying to be like, nah, you don't know the new champion. Hey, I haven't played it. I'm like, I have. I have done my research. Play by play, big brain over here.
Wow, you are just gonna rat. I was like, you know, we have a camera. We can communicate with each other throughout the games.
I saw you over there.
Not only do I get to hear Matt Magical's craziness, I also get to see it. That's the true privilege.
Because people think
that's the one that chat's missing out on.
They think that I'm just putting on an act sometimes. I'm just like this all the time. I am just wild and chaotic as we go through a nice steal from Acadian. He's got the red buff. So let's bring it back to the expectations of Golden Guardians. Let's reel back in the conversation. No more crazy talk. Instead, let's talk about these two teams and what we expect out of them. Evil Geniuses got a good amount of gold in the bot lane. They've tried gaining some for Cowrie as well against Array. Could this be the position, the lane that they really need to hard focus on to make sure they can get to the mid game?
I actually really like where Golden Guardians are at this point.
But I was talking about EG, not Golden
I know.
Guardians.
I know, but if we look at GG, I mean, think of all the damage that Bel'Veth can do.
Yep.
And then you have the lockdown on the top side as the Sejuani, the Sandra, the Freljord duo, bringing down all the ice chambers that they're trying to freeze up EG. These Golden Guardians, we'll see if they... Ooh, close from Surdy. I do like the look.
It's a good attempt. This is kind of going back to what I was asking with Evil Geniuses and where they need to look to make plays. They've sent up Cowrie and Smoothie to the top lane, especially because there will be the Rift Herald spawning up fairly soon. And denying that from Acadian again could be a big angle for Evil Geniuses.
It's tough for EG because with this Lissandra Ahri matchup, you can't really move or roam around the map that much as the Ahri. And I think that was a big piece for EG in the early game, was trying to get on this Twitch Yuumi and set them behind. But now, and Twitch Yuumi, they're even footing with the Zeri. Once this Kraken Slayer comes in for Array, as I assume that will be the item of choice.
Yeah.
I really think EG are gonna struggle in this game. So I don't know, maybe more priority just goes on to Surdy. The fact that on this Camille does have the ability to split push concept down, as we see Surdy winning a very positive trade in this
Underneath
matchup.
the turret too.
Yeah. He does have Sunder. Concept is lacking that first mythic item, so I think maybe if Surdy's able to open things up, create a numbers advantage for EG, I think that's the move for him, but it's going to be a tough game for EG because dealing with Twitch Yuumi is not easy, and for Golden Guardians, we're just going to have to see if they can stay grouped, stay together. That is something they have struggled with some of these mid games, just getting lost on the map, as I mentioned. I think they're ahead, and they scale in this game. So we'll see if Golden Guardians can put together the mid game they need to get to the later stages, make sure they're in good shape as Acadian.
Looking for Saligo, dash forward to get the Prowling Projectile, while Concept gets dove by Surdy. Not fully, though. Just going to take a lot of damage. And now the fight on the other side as you had the jump over the wall coming in from Choose with the effort for us to connect onto Saligo. There's no escape this time. You're burning down to Ignite so they can get the kill. And then with Rift Herald up, this could be the time to shine as Bel'Veth for Acadian. He wants to steal the soul and get himself some more stacks. But I'm still waiting to see if he's actually going to go for the objective.
Yeah, of course, you do get attack speed from every champ you take down. As Acadian, yeah, it's going to be rift time. I don't think... Yeah, they can't deal with this, so this is a 3-minute power play. Going to be the most useful second Rift Herald you've ever seen with Bel'Veth.
This is going to be Manta Ray time. That's what I'm dubbing this. It's the time of Manta Rays to go and Manta Ray, because I don't know what Manta Rays do.
It's Manta Ray. I still feel like it's a moth, though. It's like you evolve.
Well, then what does a moth do?
But it involves evolution with, you know...
See, some people say it's a manta ray, some people say it's a moth. We're ignoring those that say it's an anglerfish. And looking at how this is, I don't care.
It's Mothma. I feel like that's why I like calling it a moth. You know, it evolves.
Okay. Well,
you know, King Kong reference, Godzilla reference.
All right, yeah, I get it. And it's evolved. Okay, I'll give it to you. Because right now, we might have a fight around Dragon. This would be the sole point potential for Golden Guardians, who've gotten quite the control of this game at the moment.
One of the big parts about the evolution is that your dashes can now go over terrain. So we will see if Acadian uses that at all around the dragon. Ooh, as Acadian, if anyone gets locked down by Concept or Choose, that is the target for Golden Guardians, blowing them up with the power of the Bel'Veth and the range of the Twitch.
This is why we talked about the competition, and when you have them all locked down, there's no escape for Tomio. So they get the Wukong King out of the fight, and they can turn their attention onto Dragon, while Saligo is still inside of the pit. Still, there he goes. He gets out with the Spirit Rush. I was waiting to see with how low that Dragon is. It is Smite secured by Acadian.
He'll take that soul for himself, as... I will say Golden Guardians. Again, I thought this comp would be really tough for EG to deal with if they did not get off to the races.
Yep.
They have not. It's a 1.5k gold deficit, down 3 dragons, Soul Point, and Ocean Soul on the table now for the side of Golden Guardians. And what can EG do?
I don't know. You're the color caster.
Wow. Just hanging me out to dry like that. Mad match.
Okay, fine. I'll give analysis if that'll make you happy. If I'm looking at Evil Geniuses,
what do you got?
I'm still looking at this bot lane. You talked about it before, Cubby. Sona is something that still scales. Even if it's supportive role, it scales pretty well into the late game. For Evil Geniuses, they need to slow down the pace of the game. They're not that far behind, but they cannot let them get the last dragon of the game. That would get them Ocean Soul, and it would be difficult to come back from that unless they can make a heroic play around Elder. But that's why I'm just looking at Evil Geniuses of slowing the game. Not even trying to see if they can attack one lane, attack another. I just want them to slow the pace of the game.
Oh boy. That's not Snow in a Town.
No, it's not. That's because EG didn't get a choice with that. That was all on Array, but Array, he didn't get to go right attack with the count on his back. Instead, he's down in the grave, and they've got one reset. But with Cowrie doing a lot of damage, try to kite back for Sona. Keeping Smoothie alive, chooses nearby too. Look at where Sligo is. He's pathing. They could look for the angle. They could look for the play. Still continuing to press back Golden Guardians back towards the turret.
I think Cowrie's ult timed out as at least it's a 1-for-1. A little bit of gold going over to EG. Importantly enough, there is no Moonstone for Smoothie to match. I think that's a big one as Cowrie.
Nice cleanse flash away from Cowrie. He had to leave Smoothie out to dry. Now he jumps over the wall underneath the turret. They've got the resets, but Tomio could keep him pinned underneath. He's got the Cyclone, but not enough damage onto Acadian. Instead, he has to wait for Zeri to be able to show up, but couldn't get enough damage on top of Acadian.
There's not enough damage to deal with Bel'Veth Yuumi. As Acadian is just going to run rampant this game up 2 levels on Tomio. He can go smite that away.
And he can kill Tomio too. He wins these fights. Sligo's realizing that's why they've called in Cowrie. But the decoy did not decoy and destroy the side of Acadian. They got the fight. They've got the power. All 5 of Golden Guardians are here to topple the tier 1.
I think time's run out for EG.
It has.
I don't know if Sona saves him.
I don't think so. Sona Zeri is going to struggle, especially look at that. The minions.
Look at it.
The minions.
Look at Acadian's CS. Oh my goodness. As
no way they get another charge. No way they get another charge.
Welcome to Zeri Gaming. Okay.
You mean Bel'Veth?
At least you get bonus gold from the fish, like +3.
That is true.
Like, you know, League of Legends has every great video game involves a fishing mechanic, and it was about time that League of Legends,
But why isn't there an actual fishing rod? For like, now I'm not talking about skins. I'm talking about the champion that has a fishing rod. They throw out the bait. Someone steps over the bait. They reel them in. That'd be kind of cool.
See, this fits the angler fish. And I don't like that. I don't like that.
Well, that's more of an angler fish, but it's a fisherman. It's different. Right now,
angler fish, you go fishing for other fish. You're a predator, and you bait people in. They have bait.
You make a good point.
I know. I watched Finding Nemo. Therefore, I can reason this out.
Escape. Golden Guardians? Hey, what? I didn't have anything else to say there. I didn't know what else to say. So I'm escaping from the conversation, and I'm moving us back into the game. Golden Guardians, quite a good look for them. This is the Golden Guardians we've been wanting to see for quite some time in the season. Having gotten their first 2-0 last week. This week, they struggled yesterday with the Bel'Veth for Acadian and a much better composition built around it. This is a good look for Golden Guardians.
Not only is it a Bel'Veth, it is a fed Bel'Veth. As Death's Dance, those are 2 expensive items that Acadian has as a jungler. A level 13 jungler coming into the 4th dragon, a soul potential for GG. And, good night.
And they start off the fight. Bye-bye, Smoothie.
Good night.
And bye-bye, everyone else on the side of EG as they run for the hills. They scatter into the wind because they cannot fight against Golden Guardians.
Yeah, all GG had to do was just look at the other stream yesterday. They figured out how to play the Bel'Veth as taking lockdown around this champion. It's very powerful once you get access to that Rift Herald. It's really tough to come back. They're going hunting.
Yeah, they're hunting. They're forcing them away from the dragon that's about to spawn. That will be sole point for Golden Guardians.
And for a team that is last in our standing, a team that we're asking more out of, a team that had gotten lost on the map in a lot of their games, whether it's mid or late game, I will say that a Bel'Veth comp where you get a very tunneled game plan. It is lockdown into team fight around the lockdown into get Rift Heralds. I think is a really good look for Golden Guardians. It just simplifies the game plan.
And you know what's even funnier, Cubby, is there's a Twitch in this game. And we have barely talked about the Twitch, because the Twitch hasn't gotten as much gold as Acadian has.
I mean, Array is just kind of here.
Right.
The Yuumi's been on the Bel'Veth.
Yeah, because
Rightfully so.
rightfully so. Look at that. The most gold in the entire game for one player is Acadian. 9,000 gold. More than even Choose, who's right on his heels and has a level advantage.
This is a champ.
Well, it's a champ into good, with a good composition built around it into low-range
It's a champ.
composition. So,
What a champion. Bel'Veth.
well, you should play her sometime. You should give her a whirl. See how you like it.
I haven't practiced.
Oh,
it.
you have? Okay.
How do you think I figured out the 306? Someone said they could do it. I tried to do it. I could not.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
That's
that's why I'm here.
Oh,
and
Saligo,
is
no. Dies right there. We pretty much know. We saw the writing on the wall, and now Acadian.
Yeah, this
he is
game's
hunting,
pretty doomed.
He is looking, and the Cyclone popped just to make sure they can get away, but what is
Hello,
up
Baron.
on the table? You called it.
Too much. This Bel'Veth comp again. It's not hard to execute. Just use ult, use Bel'Veth. GG.
So
Boom.
are you a believer in Bel'Veth now?
I have to be. You know, when we made the video, it was before you know, she got some buffs and then some nerfs, but it was way before the buffs. And I don't think. All right, we're just gonna talk over Tony.
We're
O'Donnell.
going to talk over it.
The reason that I don't like, or I just don't think Bel'Veth's good or overrated, why I'm more aligned with Insanity, is that junglers that can't get off the ground, for me, just shouldn't work in competitive League of Legends. I feel like there are ways that good teams should be able to punish a pick like this. At the moment, I can't admit, though, it is overtuned.
Yeah, just a bit. Especially when you have a Sejuani Lissandra built around it. So nobody
The
can
map pressure from it's huge.
The map
Okay,
pressure.
actually,
Oh, what's
I
up?
will say, Acadian, missed opportunity at the moment. So when you kill Baron, you get your empowered true form.
Oh, yeah.
What you should do with Bel'Veth is you should go to the longest lane that is possible. And that way, the most enemy creeps die. You just build up all the fish and then attack turret.
That is true.
So
That's what I kind
instead
of
of
talked about
Choose-
before, yeah.
Instead of Choose going top there, do this in solo queue. Just go to the longest lane and you get Baron. Again, take Bel'Veth there. Shout out as well to both Fnatic and Keel, a couple of the junglers that we have in the amateur ecosystem that did help me round out some notes on Bel'Veth to prep. As I believe Keel even... no, Keel... I don't know if Keel got to play... Inori got to play it.
Honori got to play it, and I think he got 11 kills on that.
Yeah. But
Something
like
like
right
that.
now, I want to see Acadian base and just run bot and just stack up that monster wave that Saligo's gotten into the turret. But no, Acadian's sticking in the jungle. A little bit of a missed opportunity here on our new champ. But still, Golden Guardians not missing any opportunity to add another game to their win column as they are cruising to a victory here in Mad Magical.
With the large gold lead, they've got Ocean Soul as well that will constantly top them off. And there we go. Right on top of that turret. They take it quick when you have a Twitch and a Bel'Veth on top of it. And now come the fishy fishies. Here's the push from them. So EG attempted to play on a concept, and all the while, top lane is getting heavily shoved with all the minions, all the little fishies swarming around, pouring the damage onto this inhibitor, and EG just watch doing nothing.
Ooh, they got an objective bounty, Mad Magical.
Yeah, but they're about to lose
It's
the
huge.
second inhibitor turret. That's
Yeah.
I feel like that's bigger. Because right
Yeah,
now they
tough
lose
game.
that. They lose the inhibitor as well. You got a single solitary turret with a little bit of bounty gold on top of it as well. And even EG, you gotta be careful. This game could just end. They've already got the fishies right there. With Suri
Nice,
almost
game's
caught
over.
out. He jumps back in, tries to see if he can get a little bit of damage, but it's not enough to survive. The
Oh.
rat-a-tat-tat with the cat on his back, and then jump on top of Smoothie, who heals up and dies to the cat. Killing spree out of Chime somehow, as this fight is all Golden Guardians, even at the fountain, even at the steps of the base for EG. Golden Guardians have fed Bel'Veth. They have all the damage. They've got Baron as well. Unless Kauri and Saligo can pull off a miracle here against Acadian and Array, it's not looking too long for this game to last with the TP coming in as well.
Look at Bel'Veth.
They should be able to fight this one out. Look at the damage coming in from Bel'Veth. That turret's gone, and this game is over. They don't have anything in their way anymore outside of wanting to pad the KDAs
Oh.
on the way out.
Dominant win for Golden Guardians, rocking that new champion. The best look we've seen out of GG so far this year. I think a lot of it built around Acadian, that better draft, going back to the drawing board, coming up with a better Bel'Veth composition. Really paid off for Golden Guardians there.
It did. It was a great play from Golden Guardians. Like we said, they built up a composition that far better works around Bel'Veth, and they gave advantages over to Acadian. And that got them the win.
And I mean, Acadian is someone that, again, historically has been a great carry jungler. And I think Acadian has been the bright spot for me with Golden Guardians so far this split. I don't think he's going to get Bel'Veth again. I know it didn't work out yesterday, but you got to imagine EG is going to take that away now that GG have proven they know how to draft and play with it in this one. We'll see if EG can even the score in game 2.
I will like to see that as well, hoping it is banned alongside Seraphine. But we're going to toss a break. When we come back, we'll have our last halftime show before our actual week-long break. Make sure you stay tuned.